when it comes to that lovely life partnership or relationships, any of that which involves love, with silence, apologies, and there's another word that I was using, but I don't remember all of it. But the gist of it is, one, the individual who is self-aware, accountable, and regulating is going to be considerate to the best of their ability. And if presented an equation, they will be wanting and good with talking. Now others, they're also okay with leaving things alone. And that's because the capacity to move and expand with each other's differences is quite straightforward. In fact, it's very beautiful in a long-term, any of those beautiful herd members, you'll notice that you will have had. It's not ups and downs per se for those of us who are cool and dandy with all of emotions, but it's also because we don't hold a grudge, right? So if you don't hold a grudge, this means that you're not weighed down by interacting with people that, let's say that you were there for them, they were not there for you, right? Stuff like that. And you will notice this as a person from your emotional plane. And then as you keep moving forward in this expansion of consciousness way, it's because you actively are good with being your own 0-1-year-old. So self-regulating. You self-regulate your nervous system to be empowered. And so this is that reliant on the sense of self-worth, reliance emotionally, not the thoughts. Emotionally, you become empowered when you are able to accept that the solo self, your core self, your narrative self, your relational self might not be your differentiated self, seen or soothed or safe and secure with someone else. And so there are parts of you that you might not have been able to share with others. And if, again, you don't hold that grudge, it's because you process what has taken place over time. And that's why, as for apologies, that's a conversation for number one. And it can be a debate, but that's presented to people who want to talk about aspects that are important. Now, here's where Terry Real comes to mind, because he always says, you know, don't expect anyone to read your mind, which is fair and square. But that's why if you know you, then you will know what works. So if you have something that you want to talk about and get off your chest, it's going to be weighing you down here, and you're going to actively want to address it with someone versus do the silent treatment stuff. That doesn't get you anywhere. It's better to have a face off, I think is the word, than to stay in silence. And that's also why, though, others, so like for me, silence is something beneficial when a person chooses to not chit-chat with me about something important when I'm trying to chit-chat with them. Because in those moments of silence, I will, as any divine feminine will know as well, process those emotions, process those thoughts. That's not with rumination. Divine feminines in 5D collective land, we don't think ill will of anyone. We think of, oh, here's my thoughts. Oh, look, here's my emotions. Oh, look, here's my 1-year-old and 3-year-old. Hey, Maria, what's up? What are you upset about? What's the like or dislike? You dealing with uncertainty, unwanted, unexpected. What is it? Who's the human? Okay, let's evaluate, Jacob, the personality. What's up? I don't like it. Okay, cool. That's another person. What do you want to do? Nothing. Okay, so what do you have to do today? Oh, a lot of things. And in time, this is the part of why a person who has 24 hours, and here's our solo polyamory crew. Come on over. Because we are busy with interests, not in a way of being completely overtired. No, we're interested, course material, for me, content creation. Entrepreneurs are successful for a reason. The ones who are not in burnout, that is, the ones who consistently have an automatic life-work balance. Doesn't mean that the herd members agree that we are balanced. No, what I'm saying is we enjoy our day-to-day. Okay, so when you wake up, you enjoy waking up, you enjoy going to sleep, you enjoy it again tomorrow, and you keep on doing, yes, I'm breathing. And this is the part of why the human love narrative is a group of people, they do emotions. They don't whine about doing personal development, self-help, because it's, wow, I get to do emotions. No, Zen Master, we don't have laundry over here, we got love over here. Okay, so people who don't know how to do this, it's called they ruminate. They can get out of rumination, but by their motivation. You can't teach a person. You can expand, explore, and share. Hey, you know what? The temporal junction, you don't need to use it. You can move to your prefrontal cortex. Emotions last 90 seconds. They are a real deal. We don't need to minimize it or say, oh, pain. It's not an emotion to make it somewhat less what. So vulnerability is what comes with emotions, which is why if you're not able to be vulnerable with yourself, you won't move into the empowered version that I'm sharing with you right now. Self-empowerment is from an emotional, mental, and physical plane. So again, when we have individuals in our life, we don't hold grudges. I've never held a grudge. I've been pissed. My only one friend that I didn't talk to for 5 years. And then I learned how not to ever do what I did with him because I noticed why my friend did what he did as a clown. Yeah, so there's a thing about a divine feminine again. Hey, Rabbi, I love you, but you got it a lot wrong. We're not in pain to let go of the masculines who want to hop over the fence and go off and do who knows what, which will not benefit them at all. And when they come back around and they did get their ass whipped, quote unquote, we're not going to be like, I told you so. That's a person who's a teenager who actually would do something like that. I would not do it. Can I think it? No, not as a grown woman. Maybe as a teenager. No, not even. It sounds petty. Sounds petty, small. Why would I? I don't know everything. It's a ridiculous sentence to say. If I even said it once, I probably got told, don't say it. I was like, you know what, you're right. I shouldn't. It's not fair. It's very easy to stay clear with your conscience. It's called, I got emotions, and why would I do anything that sounds, off to my heart? It's not cool in the sense for my person here, me. You don't have to be pure consciousness, which is unconditionally loving. You can be conditional. I'm not conditional. And people like to present, but you do have preferences. Of course I do. Emotionally smart and intelligent and expanding and evolving and aware and more loving and more happy and more everything, not the laundry dude. No, laundry dude, I mean, that's already a small, narrow consciousness. You put him next to me, I'm thinking, wow, I need to go because I'm on a ride and it's high. I'm in the enlightenment vibe and you're a small energy right now that's actually like, I'm feeling a bit of ice cold. I don't like cold. I like warmth. It makes me feel good. So I'm just saying, love people, but when they're not emotionally, makes me think of, I want to go to the south. That's why I love Naples, Italy, and the south of Italy is warm. And so are the people. And yes, we like warmth, not the frigid bodies of cold ice. That's just like, it's like, I'll go hug a tree. If I have to hug that ice, I'll hug the tree. The tree has more life. Do you see what I'm saying? Some of us, we like human bodies that are emotional. The non-bilaterally integrated, we hope they get a good therapist and get bilaterally integrated so they can feel life inside and get home to their inner child who didn't want to get lost. That sacredness did not want to leave. The 1-year-old, all 1-year-olds wanted to get consistent contingent, unless you're a flat earther and don't believe in attachment. I find it hard to believe, Maria, that attachment trauma has anything to do with, you know what, you're right, I'm woo lady. So with that being said, I know that the information has been made readily available in the recent years for more people than not, but I did do also a bunch of courses, so that's also something I should remember. But it's funny when you have people, I find it hard to believe, whatever you're learning, it must be bullshit. Like geologists, right? You don't believe in crystals either, do you? Or Reiki, I'm sorry. Or wait, do we want the theologians who say it's yucky energy? So we don't expect apologies from people. We love conversations, FYI, and the adult does. And that's where it's a heart-to-heart. It's actively people who are aware and accountable and regulating. And that means they know if they've done something, because we all know when we do things that are not clear here. Like my friend, when he came back and we were friends again, he knew he was a clown and he behaved like an asshole. So I was not erroneous in what I did, but I found out that he fears rejection like any other human being on the face of this planet. The inadequacy, the formalities that I find completely off. I'm like, what the fuck? How many years does it take to figure out that a woman says, I'm empowered, I don't got a chip on my shoulder, I'm a man, or they. But some people, they don't get it. Like my friend, I thought he got it. Later on, I figured out he didn't because he repeated some stuff to me. So there's Pachas, and then we have Cuscos. Pachas love to tell each other everything in their face and from their heart, and Cuscos, well, you know, Pachas like, here we go, Cusco, it's okay, come on over, and we'll have fun anyways. Unconditionally loving each other means that we don't look for apologies, we look to share life together because it's precious to share life together. Tune in.